Welcome to another meeting of TV Holics Anonymous. Welcome to another meeting of TV Holics Anonymous. My name is Ruru and I am a TV Holic.
My name is Mimi and I'm a TV Holic. Okay.
So we're on episode 10, part 2 of episode 10 of season 5 of Singles Inferno.
So we just finished the night before the Mina-sue and Subin going to sleep. So then it's the next day. It's day 8, and Minji. Not Mina-sue. Sorry, Minji.
Oh, Minji and Subin.
Yes. So it's day 8. It's the next day, and Minji and Subin wake up, and they're both like hanging. So this basically, when I saw Subin, I was like, how is he so like flirty and being so like guard dropped with her the day before in the bed? I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. But then the next day when they woke up both hanging, I was like, oh, okay, this explains a lot. Didn't you think that? I don't know. That's how I felt. I was like, because then I started thinking like, oh, maybe they don't like there's a chance that Minji doesn't actually feel like this and he doesn't. Like, I think it was just a thing. They were drunk and like.
No, I thought clearly like Minji had some feels.
Yeah. But then she did say all those things when she was sober as well, like that. Oh my god, we're really connected and stuff. So okay, fair enough. But I think, but he was so responsive, which he wasn't when they were at the pool. But then when they were in the bed, he was so responsive that I was like, what happened? How did he flip? Like, it was weird. Then so that's why I was like, he only acted like that because he was drunk. So anyway, which is not great also if you're going to be like that when you're drunk. So so they wake up and they both say that they're hanging, and then Subin asks like, oh, did I sleep here? And he points to the bed, and the hosts are like, how does he not know where he slept? Like, how much did they drink? And Minji says, yeah, you did sleep in the bed.
Now I'm sure he did know, but he was just like saying it like that, like, oh, I can't remember. Like, you have to tell me.
Is that a good look?
No.
So then she asks, why did we sleep together? They're like trying to put the pieces together of what happened during the night. They show a flashback of Subin waking up at the bottom of the bed, and he was like literally like out of it, so sleepy, and he was cold, and he was like, oh, I'm so cold. And then he was like, Minji, can I get in? And she moves to accommodate him, and so he can get into the bed, and he drunkenly like starts pulling the duvet from the bottom of the bed, like. Do you remember he was like pulling? And
it was stuck.
Yeah, because you don't pull it from the bottom. Like, it's tight. It's a hotel. Like, they have it tight fitted. So he's like pulling and pulling from the bottom, and then he's like really cold, and he rolls into the bed. And then he starts they flash back to normal. They come back to normal time, and he starts laughing, thinking about, oh my god, we slept together in the same bed. And then he says something.
I was a bit shocked, but I was like a bit shocked. Like, it was like a lot.
And so he says something to her, and she's like, oh, aren't you being a bit too casual with me? Like, being a bit flirty, like, oh, just because we slept together in the same bed doesn't mean you can be all casual with me. But I don't really think it's shocking. Like, did you not say this before last time that, I just put a barrier? Like, I wouldn't care.
Yeah, but I would in this show, like, care. Like,
if you were in there, I don't know. Like, nothing's gonna happen. There's a barrier. Do you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is.
You don't know the other person's intentions.
Yeah, true. But you would hope that everything is. Well, I don't know.
You should never hope.
Just because of things being recorded and stuff, but then below deck happened. So let's not go there.
Yeah.
So I-Geon. So then they show Inferno, and I-Geon's working out. And this is the first time we've seen them like actually someone actually work out. You did mention that would come. So he's working out and he sees,
Did I oops? A spoiler for you?
No, that's fine. That's not a big spoiler. But I like the scenery where he was working out. Like, it was like literally desolate. Like, everywhere around him was
I'd
like
love to work out there. Wouldn't you?
It was really like just calm. Do you know what I mean? Like, you couldn't see anyone for miles until Sung-min came in the picture, obviously.
Yeah, but wouldn't you love to work out there? Like, I'd love like a little gym there.
It was so calm, and then it was like, oh no, Sung-min came into the picture.
Oh, he's just so annoying.
Yeah, he's working out, and he sees Go-eun and Sung-min in the distance, and he gets like obviously riled up. And then the hosts immediately say, oh no, Sung-min's doing too much again. Mr. Chatterbox at the break of dawn, they say.
Yeah, you can talk for Korea.
Because it literally looked like it was a break of dawn. So then Go-eun asks Sung-min, what's your workout plan today, Mr. Paper Doll? He says, and so
Why would you want to be with
becomes
someone that's like a paper
this
doll?
becomes a thing. Yeah, like that's if that's not a friend zone, I don't know what is. Like, who wants to go out with someone who's a paper doll? That means you don't like him.
Oh God.
But I'm going to blow you in the wind. You know, that you're going to blow in the wind. That is not attractive.
Like, so delicate and so like, you know, useless.
But is that something that you're like? I don't know. Again, like
No, I think
of, like,
no, I don't. Yeah, I think she's just trying to say like you're so delicate. Like,
but is that attractive? Maybe
no,
it
I
is
don't
to
think
them.
so. I don't think so.
So shouldn't
You
he
know the
understand?
whole, like the whole like Korean man aesthetic, like they like have makeup and things like
That's
that.
what I
Yeah?
mean. They like a little feminine like look to
No,
them.
but you know
and
where
stuff.
that came from. You know, like I think it was a British guy or an American guy went there who was gay, yeah, and then they started. He started molding like men in the image that he wanted, like very
Sexual.
young and very like
Sexual way.
effeminate, yeah,
Yeah.
like that.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
it's always a
So I'm just
colonizer. It's always a
confused why
colonizer.
I'm just confused why she's saying paper doll. When he's obviously interested in you. Are you trying to tell him like I don't really like you? That's why I'm like digging at you a little bit, or is that something he actually is that actually like a nice terminology? I don't know. I don't really know. But anyway, so she asked him what your workout plan is, and he's like, "Oh, I do it all. I can lift that. I can lift that easy." Looking at Egon, ew. Like, who says that? Like, oh, look at what he's lifting. I can lift that easily. Like,
Yeah,
are you
well, like,
5?
Why aren't you then?
Are you 15? Exactly. Let me see. So then they walk towards Egon, and she says, she tells Sungmin, "Oh, I can't imagine it that you can lift that heavy," which is another insult. And he says, "Seriously? I can totally bench press that. I go hard when I work out." You're really trying too hard, honestly.
Yeah.
Um,
It's really
she
pathetic.
says, and then she says, "You actually work out." Like, she keeps going on about it. I mean, it's not a good sign if a girl says that to you. I just don't think it good. So here we go. It's another pissing contest, I guess, for like Sungmin. And no one believes that you work out.
No, but he probably does because he's got abs and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
But you could just do abs all day.
But you can do abs all day. You don't need to be lifting any weights.
Yeah, true.
So Sungmin asks, so this is Sungmin's way of flirting. He asks Go-eun, "Is your face puffy?" I don't know.
No, but I don't think they say that all the time because like if you eat a lot of like salty foods and if you eat like a lot and like drink a lot like the night before, like you.
I thought it was I thought it was something like that. Like they obviously.
Do you think that as well? Yeah, I think that.
It's a thing that everyone's face is puffy in the morning.
Yeah,
because we're dehydrated or and all that stuff as well.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's like if you eat like a lot of fried food and things like that, like it changes your face and stuff. So Sungmin asks, like, "Is your face puffy?" And she says, "No, why?" And then she like starts ducking and she goes, "Don't look at it!" Like she gets embarrassed. And he bends over. He literally bends over underneath her to look and says, "Oh, it is definitely puffy. Like she's hiding from you. She doesn't want you to like walk at her." Is that like that's not flirty? That's just take a hint. So then
he made me very uncomfortable. Like watching him makes me very uncomfortable. Like he just like he doesn't get it.
Then he continues to say, "Your cheeks look kind of chubby," and he was like, "It'll go down after we keep walking." And they start giggling. So that's another way for him to trap her, I guess. We have to keep walking now if you want your face to go down.
Yeah.
Trap upon trap, like you're just.
Yeah, but why is she like staying in the traps?
A never-ending walk. Okay, God. So then Egon's looking over at them from afar as he's working out, and he's getting really angry. And he says in his confessional, "I got so annoyed that I ended up overdoing my workout, looking at them." And I have to say, like his upper body did look quite good when he was working out.
Yeah, but
yeah, I did find something about him attractive in that moment.
I do find him attractive.
But you like the fuckboyness as well.
Yeah. I got a problem there. Yeah. It's more that.
Yes. So then Jin-young, the host says, "I would be annoyed too if it were me. Like, if I was looking at the girl that I like, constantly hanging out with this other guy, like, and he's like, it's an all natural workout booster. Like, he's like, you don't have to take any supplements. Like, he's just been energized." So Sungmin asks, what do you then Sungmin asks Go-eun, what do you think about early morning in Inferno? Like he's trying to flirt, I guess, and like bring up a topic. And she's like, it's nice. And Go-eun asks, what's your first paradise trip with Minji like? Because all that time ago he went with Minji first, and he says, well, according to Minji, she didn't feel anything on that first paradise trip. And it was the same for me. I didn't feel any chemistry, but I definitely felt it when I went with you.
But she did feel chemistry with
She
Minji.
did, yeah, exactly. That's a bit of a white lie on his part. So she says, well, be honest with me. What do you feel when we went? What did you feel when we went together? And he says, I always thought I was more of a listener. That's how it always. Okay, this is
He was not a
ridiculous.
listener.
I know. He was like, I always thought I was more of a listener. That's how it's always been for me. But I was talking a lot with you and about myself. I really like that. It was so nice to be listened to for once. I really like being a chatty person. Oh, so we're gonna blame Go-eun for your chatty ways now.
Talking. You're incessant.
So this is you,
yeah,
Sungmin.
yeah.
This is all you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he says, my first impression of you was good too, but when I got to know you better, I liked you even more. So that's when I fully made up my mind. You've been my solid number one choice since then. And the host Da-hee says that there must be something between them that we're not seeing.
Yeah.
Clearly everyone's thinking this, because why are you still walking with him?
Yeah, because he's insufferable. He's insufferable at this point. Like, I just couldn't, like, if I was I-Geon at this point, I would have just, like, hulked out and be like, and chase them down the pathway and be like, I need to talk to her, not you, get away from her.
And the hosts say, like, like she was referring to the fact that he always says, Go-eun, and she said before, like, I don't like it when guys call me you and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
That might be also appealing to her. The fact that he's, like, very surface level and she doesn't want to be too deep, like, all these things. So one of the other
But she said
hosts...
she did like being deep with I-Geon. Remember she said that to Sungmin as well.
Yeah. So then one of the guy hosts asks, what's the feeling split for Go-eun? Like, what is the split that you guys think? So Jin-young says 80-20 to I-Geon. So he thinks heavily I-Geon. The female, one of the females says 60-40 to Sungmin, because she says that she's tolerating his boring conversation, so she must like him. Like,
That's
why else would you be standing there?
No, but very true.
Then I
Why would
start
you
thinking
tolerate
about it
it?
like that as well. There must be something, maybe not appealing to most of the female population, but for you, there has to be a reason why you're still there.
Maybe he just feels like safe, like a safe place, like, non-threatening, like the serial killer.
Yeah.
Hyun-woo.
So then the host Kyung-hoon says that looks like they talk for 5 hours a day. Maybe rather than like a dopamine hit relationship, she may prefer like a comfortable, uneventful one. They're really cussing out Sungmin.
Who wants that? But like,
Yeah. And then he makes a confused face himself, and he's like he's just cussing out Sungmin. That's so funny. So the Paradise couples get back to Inferno, and Sung-hun asks Hye-sun on the walk back, "Did you manage to do everything you wanted to yesterday?" And Hye-sun says, "Yeah." Joo-young says to Jae-jin, "I want to go to Paradise again." He says, "Oh yeah," and then says, "Oh yeah, I get it. I'll do my best." Saying that I'm going to try my best in the challenge, mate. You've not won one challenge. It's all on Joo-young. The only reason he's gone to Paradise is because of Joo-young. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
She's done all the winning. She's done all the winning with her fierce. Remember that fierce look she had?
Yeah, he could just blow over in the wind, like in the challenges.
He's
like
a real paper doll.
Yeah, no, he's a stick man. Like he's like so.
Yeah.
He can make flat fall over, basically.
Yeah. So Mina-sue is sitting in the kitchen area on the table, and she's like, "Why sunglasses?" She's like getting annoyed. She's like, "Why are they wearing sunglasses when there's not even any sun?" Referring to Subin because he's wearing sunglasses. And the hosts start laughing because she's obviously still bothered by Subin.
Yeah.
And the thing is, they're hanging, right? So that's why I thought they were wearing sunglasses, because they're probably like all puffy and they feel like gross. And
oh, you mean hangovering?
yeah, like
they're hanging. I thought hanging out. I thought hanging out.
Hangover.
Okay, why don't you just say hangover instead? I never heard of anyone saying hanging. They're hanging. Like, how is the audience meant to know what you're talking about, mate?
I think the audience know. Audience,
no, you guys
speak
don't
up.
know, do you? You don't know.
Comment.
Yeah, comment. Let us know.
So Mina-sue asks. They all get up, and then Mina-sue asks generally, "Did you have a good time?" To everyone. And then Seung-il and Soo-bin are awkwardly handshake because obviously they are got a communal gal. So they do an awkward handshake, and then Minji walks past at first. She walks past Seung-il at first, and then she kind of just hovers around in the middle, like not knowing what to do. I don't know. I thought maybe she wanted Seung-il to approach her.
But he never does.
But he's not getting the hint. Yeah, he wasn't getting the hint, and he never will. He's just really awkward about it all.
He's just a dummy.
And then he makes a comment to like a group of girls standing around. Did you have lots of good food and stuff? And he's talking to them, and again, not paying attention to Minji.
Okay, I've heard him speak in Korean, yeah, and he is a dummy. Okay, the way he speaks is like really like, yeah, no,
yeah,
it's like that.
Yeah,
it's very
I do like to hear them speak sometimes. I did that the same with Sung-min because his voice is like this all the time, and then I wanted to hear his voice, but his voice is much deeper.
Yeah, but did you see?
I think they're portraying his voice like that because the editors know he's irritating, so they made his voice irritating.
Yeah, that was excellent work. Excellent work. But what about Seung-il? They gave him the wrong voice because he sounds like a dummy.
No, but I think he sounds like a dummy too, and the other one is very like this.
No, but it's like really.
I think he sounds like a dummy in the English voice though. So Minji talks to Go-eun, and she's like, no, Seung-il's not approaching me, I guess, so I'm gonna talk to Go-eun, and she says, oh, your shoes are really pretty. So the hosts think that Minji's being really awkward because they think she feels a little bit, not embarrassed, she feels guilty with the fact that she had a good time in paradise with Soo-bin. But I just think that she was being awkward because I think she actually wanted Seung-il to approach her.
No, I think she's into Soo-bin.
I think she's into Soo-bin, but I don't think in that moment when they came back she cares. Like if she likes him, she's not going to be awkward around Seung-il for that reason.
I think maybe it's because she might have like feelings for both of them. She doesn't know what to do or what. Yeah. I don't know.
So we go to the girls' room, and Joo-young says, I'm curious about Sung-hun. I want to hear how his first paradise trip went. So everyone's really curious to know about what he does for work, as we were. And Hee-sun says, talking to him, I realized we have more in common than I thought. So now I feel more comfortable with him than before. And obviously Mina-sue is like giving daggers and getting really annoyed.
Was Soo-bin there listening to this bit?
So that's a little win for Hee-sun, huh?
But did Soo-bin listen to what she just said as well?
No, this is in the girls' room. The girls get together.
Okay.
This is where they're regrouping, about the paradise trip.
Oh, so Mina-sue's ears pricked up and she was like...
Yeah, and she was like... and Hee-sun was like, yeah, I'm going to stick it to her even more. Even if she didn't like Sung-hun, she might as well just stir it all up.
Yeah.
So then she says, I think he's someone who... Hee-sun says, I think he's someone who understands me, like gets where I'm coming from. She says, I think he's more comfortable and proactive one-on-one, which is what we noticed as well. Like, I noticed that in a group setting, he's a bit dull. So in a group setting, she says, he holds back. All the girls agree that it can be difficult in a group setting for any of them. So Ye-jin says...
because of the language barrier as well, it's harder for him in the group setting.
Probably, yeah. So then Ye-jin says, I bet he's a really caring guy, like sweet. And Hee-sun says, yeah, he's thoughtful and hilarious. All the girls joke that he always says, damn, holy. Like, holy. He was always saying that and saying, damn.
Yeah,
when he said that, I heard it in my head. Huh?
Yeah, this morning I heard him on the Ha Sisters podcast, yeah. They're like Korean American girls, yeah. And he came on that, and he's really nice and sweet. He's just exactly how he is on the show. He's very, very nice and sweet and respectful, and like.
So you said that he cheated on his girlfriend. Apparently, there's some rumors.
No, those are the rumors, but they didn't ask about that rumor. But they asked about the rumor that he apparently was one of the ex-president's grandson, and he was like, "No, that's a rumor." He goes, "That's not true," and things like that. But the other things, like they were asking, like, "Are you with this one, or are you like are any of the other people with that?" But he was like, "Oh, no comment." Like basically everything. He's like, he said, "I'm like I'm very like Korean, like as in like I'm like more Koreanized than American." Like, and he went there when he was 7 years old. He went for he lived.
Also, if you're like with your family and stuff, if you're close to your family, there's no way of getting around. Like you're going to be influenced by your parents and everything.
Yeah, but when he was 7 years old, he moved from Korea to America, so he's been there. But he was going to English school in Korea as well, so that's why his Korean's not that great. He said because like all his life.
His Korean is really good.
Yeah. It seems good, but not like to Korean standards. You know what I mean?
But I think for any cultural, any religion, not religion, any cultural, any anywhere where you've moved from another country at 7 years old, most people would have lost a lot of it by now. But then it depends on how much is spoken in your home and things like that. So anyway, so they also comment, the girls also comment about how his English is so good, and they find that quite interesting about him. So then you can just see Mina-sue seething. And she's thinking, like, I know him the best, he's mine, kind of thing. Like, you know,
This is just a new development. Like, I think she didn't care at all, like, a few days ago about him. Like, it's so crazy. It really bothers me.
The host say tables have turned and with Hee-sun and Mina-sue. So before, Mina-sue was obviously annoying Hee-sun with all her Subin chat, and now it's Hee-sun giving some
karma. It's karma.
Yeah, it's her karma. Yeah. That little possessed devil is doing his work. That devil possessing everyone's doing his good work. Okay, so Hee-sun asks Minji, and she says, like, how her date went, and she was like, it was honestly more fun than I thought it would be. Obviously, Hee-sun has a interest in this because of her man Subin. The girls say, oh, really? Like, romantically fun. And then she says, our values and dating styles are identical. It was like talking to a mirror. That's so boring to me. Like, in general, like life, when someone's like exactly the same. Like, I know myself. I don't want to look in a mirror, but you like me.
Yeah, because my personality is much like is very like hers. Minji's like very, very direct. Like, I like to be extremely direct.
I think
I love that as well.
No, I think you think that, but you wouldn't like a fuckboy then.
No,
you wouldn't be attracted to fuckboys if you wanted people that are constantly like you. So no, I don't know what you.
I wouldn't. Yeah, but that's No, but that's what's very exciting. Like, you know, when someone's exactly like you, and you want someone that's exactly like you. Like, so I
think very easily people that exactly like you can become friends very easily, and I think it can very easily get confused.
No, but why would you want to be with someone that's got nothing in common with you?
Not totally nothing in common. But I think there's something to be said for people that are like different and see things differently to you. Like, I think maybe that's just what you want. I think that's just what you want to justify like that thing. No, but I think it's safe to be. I mean, I would get sick of someone who thinks the same as me, especially if our personalities are similar. I think I would get butting heads. You would think that you would get on well, but I think you butt heads more.
Yeah, but knowing like my personality and Minji's personality, don't you think that she would get upset like with someone that's not into the same thing that she's into, and I'd get upset.
But that's a material thing, like being into the same sports and doing stuff, that's different.
No, yeah, like that.
Like having identical values and stuff, like
values as well, like all that, like it's really important. Like to have most things similar is really, really important. I'd say like 70% must be similar, and I think Minji's on that wavelength as well, because it's like when you don't want to do the things that they like, you know, like if say they got like a motorcycle like thing.
That's not values. Values, I think you can easily meet.
Like she can't do things like that because she's an athlete.
You should be able to find a decent person.
Yeah, but if she's an athlete, she can't do motorcycle things and stuff like that because it's like a higher risk for her, as in it can ruin her career and things like that if she has an accident and things like that. You know, like athletes are insured and things like that.
Yeah, but like, I don't know.
There's a lot of things
I think there are things that need to line up, obviously, like values on like how you are with your family, things like that. But like other things like.
But even in psychology, like that's your ideal person is someone who shares the same values and shares the same interests as you. It's a very normal thing.
Yeah.
Guys, comment. We're having this debate. Comment and let us know what you think. Yeah. If you agree with me or if you agree with Mimi about being different.
I'm not saying that. I don't think they have to be exactly I don't think they have to be exactly the same. I think there needs to be some overlap, but I think it's nice to have some differences. Okay, so we kept saying, Minji says, we kept saying to each other, wow, that's so weird that we're so similar. I don't think it would have been that great if I had gone with one of the other guys. It was so fun because of how similar we were. And Hee-sun made a sad face on the side.
Yeah.
Don't ask if you don't want to know.
Yeah, I felt bad for Hee-sun when she did that.
So then that tells me in that moment she doesn't like Sung-hun. And the fact that she was said to the girls, like, oh, he's really hilarious too. When you say a guy's hilarious and that's your go-to, that means you don't like him.
But Ha-eun loves
oh yeah, Jae-jin.
Funny guys, and that's what she finds really attractive. just funny.
Yeah, she was hunting down the funny guy.
So I think it depends on the
Who's
person.
the funny guy? Who's the funny guy? Who's the funny guy?
Yeah, everyone likes different kind of characters. Like you like.
I do like generally a funny guy. But I think, but you know, funny is different. Everyone's sense of like
humor is different. Yeah,
it's different.
A lot of people think they're funny, but they're not.
Yeah, and what someone finds funny is the other people don't. So announcement, blue loop. So it's a guys' game for paradise, and it's the top 3 games. The top 3 will get to pick their girl. So Jin-young wants to see a bit of a brawl. So this is where the hosts are like, "Oh, we want we want a Sung-min I-Geon off. We need them to like battle each other. It's going to be so good." So then,
this was a really good one, wasn't it?
So
Don't you think this is a really good one?
Yeah, it was really good. So Sung-hun this reminded me of like Physical Asia kind of thing. So Sung-hun Sung-hun's looking out for himself because he's like, let's not get hurt,
Jin-young did as well. It's Jin-young did this one, like the harness thing. Remember, that's how he came in.
Oh yeah,
the 3-way harness.
Oh yeah. So Sung-hun says, let's not get hurt, guys, yay! Making sure like he covers himself because you know he's not going to win. So the host think I-Geon is going to be out for revenge today because remember he's reeling fresh from the morning of that workout where he got really worked up with Sung-min. So all the girls notice I-Geon comes in and apparently he has like bangs, a fringe. We would call it a fringe here, but bangs. And they say he looks good with his bangs. So the whole challenge is this. There's this box that has by the trench, and it has ropes. So it's a trench tug of war. The ropes go across the trench, and whoever drags their opponent into the water on either side wins. So whoever's the furthest from the water wins. So
across that line as well.
Across that line. Yeah. So the hosts say it would be nice for Sung-min to show everyone he's stronger than they think, since Go-eun always calls him paper doll. But I wasn't hopeful for that.
No, neither was I.
And they also, obviously, like I said, want a Sung-min I-Geon head-to-head. So they all draw balls, and Sung-hun's with Hyun-jae, Soo-bin is with I-Geon, Sung-bin and Jae-jin, which is the battle of the paper dolls, apparently. Everyone says, even the girls on the side, like, how demoralizing. They're standing on the side, they're like, the battle of the paper dolls.
Wait, who's the other paper doll?
Jae-jin and Sung-min.
Oh yeah.
Like, that must be so demoralizing. If I was a guy and I had the girls cheering that, I'd be like, oh.
Well, also, you gotta like, you have to know what you are as well.
Yeah. Embrace it.
Yeah.
So Hyun-woo is with Seung-il. So the rest are pretty good matchups, like Soo-bin and I-Geon.
Sung-hun said that on the podcast that Seung-il was the shortest of all the guys. Everyone was like 5. Everyone was like 6'1", 6'3". Yeah, Seung-il was the shortest.
Really, I didn't notice that. I'm gonna notice that next time. Okay, so Ye-jin asks Go-eun, "Who are you rooting for?" And she just shrugs because obviously she's got like 3 of them wanting her, so it's interesting.
Yeah.
This was a tough
fight.
Seung-il was going, so Minji says she was, so the first one was
who was
the first round, it was really tough. Like I found it really tough. Like do you remember Seung-il's face went red? Like he was with Hyun-woo, and obviously everyone thinks Hyun-woo is like he's the biggest, so like up until this point he's won all the challenges because of his strength. But Seung-il was fighting really hard, and he was going bright red. Seung-il. Like I thought his head was going to pop, and his veins were like going to come out of his neck. And Minji, you could see this is where Minji was standing on the side. Said she was really worried about him, and that made me think again. Like I think she's kind of, like out of sight, out of mind. Like she said with Soo-bin when she was in Paradise. I hadn't seen him for ages. I'm here with you in Paradise. Now that she's back, like you do know. Like her test was, am I going to feel something for him when I get back? And I think she is kind of, but we'll see. So anyway, Hyun-woo wins, obviously. I was surprised with Sung-hun because he was hanging in there for quite some time with Hyun-jae, but Hyun-jae did win in the end. So it was Hyun-woo, Hyun-jae, Sung-min won. He was the battle of the paper dolls. Sung-min won, which I thought would happen anyway. and I-Geon won as well, and he beat Seung-il. Subin.
Yeah.
So Ha-eun says that apart from Hyun-jae, they're all the people that are left are all going for Go-eun, which is true.
Yeah.
And then Mina-sue says, "Oh, I got goosebumps hearing that," because she likes a good old fight for a girl. You know, like she loves like three guys for a girl kind of thing. That's what she was hoping for. You know, at this point, I think.
Yeah.
And she did have like three at one time.
Yeah, but she fumbled the bag.
They all fell by the wayside. Yeah.
She fumbled the bag, mate.
Fumbled the bag.
Yeah, you know when you fumble,
Is that a British terminology? No, I know, but is that a British terminology?
No, I think that's American.
I think so. So Sung-min says in his confessional, "I need to come first because the two other guys are interested in Go-eun." Hwan-woo says the same thing in his confessional. I mean, I was thinking if Hwan-woo wins, I felt really bad for Go-eun. How unfair would that be? So late in the game that you would mess her up like that.
No, but I think like she was like dreading it as well because she thought that he's gonna win.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my god, this could be a possibility because he is strong and he's won a lot of things. And I was like, that would be the worst if she snatched her
But
chance.
she should tell him as well, like, I'm not interested in you.
Yeah. So I-Geon says in his confessional, he says the sight of those two guys pissed me off. I really wanted to go to paradise with Go-eun. So he's a bit more raw in his delivery, right? Like you can just tell between the three guys. Yeah. So Ye-jin asks Go-eun, "So who do you want to go with again?" And she says, "I can't figure out my feelings." Why don't you just say anyone but Hwan-woo? That's what I'd say.
And Sung-min. Anyone but Sung-min as well, because
no, that's what I say. But crap. In her mind, she still likes Sung-min. So I'm saying we know you've said it already that he was creepy. So just say anyone but Hwan-woo because that's at least a little bit honest. Yeah. So the hosts get their wish because I-Geon and Sung-min. It's I-Geon versus Sung-min and a duo. So I-Geon's smiling.
That's in the second round, yeah. But that's in the second round, yeah.
Yes.
So who won the first round? Who won everyone in the first? Or you didn't write that
down? So yeah, it was the three guys that are interested in Go-eun.
Oh, okay, they all won.
And then Hyun-jae.
Okay.
So that's why they were asking, who do you want to win? Because it's all the three guys.
Yeah. So I thought that Subin might actually be I-Geon, but then I thought
that was the most. No, but even Seung-il is quite strong. So I thought they were quite well matched. Everyone, they did them
Subin's
quite well.
Really skinny. That's why maybe.
No. Yeah.
And Seung-il's the shortest, so maybe that. Just a disadvantage as well.
So so it's Hyun-jae, but hosts get their wish because it's I-Geon versus Sung-min. I-Geon's really smiley. He's really happy because he's like, yes, I'm going to kill Sung-min.
I get my revenge.
You can kill the paper doll. And then Hyun-jae versus Hyeon-woo. So first Hyun-jae and so in the Hyun-jae versus Hyeon-woo battle, Hyun-jae seemed like he was first doing really well. But then Hwan-woo takes it in the end because he ends up being furthest from the trench. So it's not like he dragged Hyun-jae. It wasn't like a massive win. There was a bit of competition there. It wasn't that easy for him, but he won, Hwan-woo. And then Go-eun says in her confessional, "It was interesting to see how much the guys are battling to be able to take me to paradise. I wonder how much I meant to them. Like, wow.
Yeah, it must feel nice. It must be nice. Like, I'd feel happy.
Yeah, exactly. Hwan-woo versus I-Geon, and so Sung-min, so I-Geon.
What does he do?
Wait a minute. Yeah, so Sung-min. So then it becomes the last battle, which is deciding the ranking. So who's 1, 2, and 3? So it's Hwan-woo.
Did you say that Sung-min lost?
Yeah,
he got pulled into. He got pushed into the water.
Yeah. I said that before. So Sung-min. So I-Geon won between I-Geon versus Sung-min and Hwan-woo won versus Hyun-jae. Yeah. So then it was Sung-min versus Hyun-jae, so the losers, and then the two winners, Hwan-woo versus I-Geon. Yeah. I-Geon says just the thought of Hwan-woo.
Who won Sung-min versus Hyun-jae? Hyun-jae. Who won?
So that was Hyun-jae.
Hyun-jae. Yeah, Hyun-jae.
Yeah. So I-Geon says just the thought of Hwan-woo taking Go-eun to paradise made me sick. It was enough to light a fire in me. So he was like, I gotta win this. Yeah. So the hosts say they love the way he speaks. The fact that he was like makes me sick. They loved it.
Yeah, I loved it as well.
And
I love it.
the hosts are really vying for like Egon to win. They were like, do it, do it.
Weren't we all? Okay.
Yeah, I was as well.
And also, I thought that Hyun-woo was going to win.
Yeah, I thought there might be a little twist of fate. That's why I was like really worried in the beginning that, oh my god, imagine if she ends up having to go with that sicko.
Yeah, me too. Like, I think she was worried too. Did you see her face? She was like breaking out.
So Go-eun says in her confessional, is Egon actually trying this hard so he can take me to paradise? Have I actually become that important to him? The thought made my heart race. Seung-il says, Egon really, he's watching on the side, and he's like, Egon really is the game changer, taking on the strongest guy here. And the female host says, like, if he's doing this much for you, date him at least 6 months. He's like, look how much he's doing for you. You got to give him some time.
Wait, who said that? Which host?
That was the short head.
Oh,
yeah. So Egon and Hyun-jae win. And it was quite a battle between Hyun-woo and Egon. Like they built it up.
Yeah.
And Egon was really strong though. He kind of just like dug his feet in and his arms in, and he just wouldn't budge. Like he had a really good tactic.
Yeah, I thought that was amazing.
So then Subin, they always say this thing, Egon's day, Subin's day. You know, they say these things.
Yeah. No,
like,
but that's what you do. No, that's what you do in sports. Like, oh, it's his day today. Like, you know, like when you.
Yeah. But I think it's the way they say it. It's not like hard. They're not saying it like it's your day. You know, like it's your day. Yeah, they're just like Egon's day, like that.
No, because that's what you're hearing. I'm sure they're saying it a bit harder.
No, they're saying in English. No, they're saying in English as well.
Oh, okay.
Because it's the English thing to say, right?
Okay.
So the hosts all clap and they're so happy. And Han-hae says, "What if he falls asleep as soon as he gets to paradise? He's so drained. Like he must be shattered from all this."
Yeah, because there was three of those 24. So
I felt really tired watching it. I felt drained.
I'm surprised he didn't fall asleep.
Yeah,
we'll get to that.
And they think that Sungmin's gonna stick to Go-eun until she leaves to paradise as well. Like they're like, like he's gonna be stuck to her like glue right until the final moment.
Yeah.
So Minji says, "I wonder who Egon has feelings for." How do you not know? In their room, she's in her own world, Minji. Minji man. But to be fair, like again, the days are so crazy because he was in paradise. Yeah. She was in paradise, like you know. So Ye-jin says it's oblivious. Isn't it obvious? Go-eun, he's always trying to talk to her and wants her attention. And Go-eun says, right now I like them all equally. Stop lying about Hyun-woo. Get rid of him. She says today's paradise trip will be very important. And they wonder why Hyun-woo's what Hyun-woo's going to do. So what did you think with Hyun-woo? I think she should have told because Egon gets to pick first, so he's going to pick Go-eun. Hyun-woo is second, so who did you think he would pick as his second choice? What did you think? What would happen?
I didn't know who he was going to pick.
I actually thought he would pick Minji because do you remember right in the beginning, Minji was one of his options.
No, but they became friends when they were running. Remember, they were just like friendly.
No, I know, but so I just thought that like if you have to pick someone, I thought he would just pick her. So then,
I did think he might pick Ye-jin. Because just for the fact that like everyone else is like into someone else, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he could be like friendly vibes and be like, yeah, okay, go on.
You are now able to mingle with the others, and Sungmin jumps up, obviously, like a jack in the box, and says, "See you later," because we know where he's going. He wants to get punched. This guy,
like I would have punched him a long time ago.
It's not far. I mean, the way he's going, I don't think it would be far off. Like, if he still continues, when they get back from, we'll talk about Paradise, but I feel like there's a chance that he could still get punched in the mouth.
Yeah, I would.
Because he's trying. He's really trying it. So Mina-sue asked to speak with Sung-hun. Can I speak with Sung-hun? And then Sungmin tells Go-eun, they go off together because he obviously finds her, traps her, and takes her away and says, for the first time here, I'm really stressed. I'm irritated. Ooh, we're really scared. What are you going to do? So the hosts say Sungmin will take her far away. And they all start laughing because they think he's like trapping her. And so she won't be able to get back. Like, it's going to take ages to get back to Egon. So then Sungmin asks, what are you thinking about right now? I'm feeling so uneasy. Like, you need all this reassurance, obviously, before she goes.
God.
And she says, why? Why are you feeling uneasy? And he says, because anything can happen whilst you're there. I'm dying to know what's going through your mind right now. And she says, I'm not sure. He says, you're so unpredictable. She says, I can't help it. You're all such nice people and so good to me. I'm just trying to find the person who's best for me, that I click with the most. He's always asking about her feelings, blah, blah. Like, talk about something else.
God. He's really annoying.
Have
Like,
a conversation about life. Find out something about her. Like, come on.
even just watching, like, we're all suffocated. The host is suffocated. We're suffocated. How is she not suffocated at this point? Like, I just don't understand.
He's outside and I still feel like there's not enough air. Like,
yes,
he's sucking the air out of the atmosphere. Not out of the room, out of the atmosphere.
And it's so, like, desperate and clingy. Like, it's just, like, to watch as well. Like, I feel like it's embarrassing for him. Like, isn't he embarrassed? Like, no, don't do that.
No, I don't know. So he says, so he's like, oh, so you're being dragged away again. And she says, I'm not leaving yet. And he says, that's what my gut is telling me. She's like, you're really uneasy, aren't you? And he says, well, I'm totally sure how I'm feeling, but I'm worried you might change your mind or aren't sure how you're feeling.
Isn't his desperateness, like, really unattractive to her?
Clearly not. I mean, he's been desperate from the beginning and has not put her off yet. So of course I'm uneasy. You know, like you're saying, you know, and we were talking about how, and she's like really into the fact that, oh my God, these guys really care. Like, how much they care about me. Like, they're trying really hard. Yeah. This is an example of him really caring about her. So to her, it's probably endearing. Like, you know, if there's a bit of you that likes someone, it's nice to know that you're making them feel uneasy and they're jealous.
I don't really like it when someone that I don't like likes me, but
no, yeah, but she likes him. So there's something that she likes about him. So the fact that he's jealous and feels uneasy, it's appealing to her. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because she obviously likes something about him. Otherwise, by now she would have, you know, left him.
No, but then why didn't he tell Hyun-woo that she's not into him? Because she still likes that attention from Hyun-woo.
That she just feels bad, I think. Like, she doesn't want to tell him because he's got no one else. So Go-eun asks, are you worried? And he says, a bit. Actually, a lot. You weren't worried to this extent when I went with Hwan-woo. And he says, well, I didn't feel this way for you when you were going with him, but I feel anxious this time. I think going with someone twice is different than once. And she says, that's true, which is true. Like, she has been kind of with him once. And he keeps saying, Sungmin, going a second time with me would be different. But now she's getting the second time with him. So he knows it's going to be different. Like, it's going to be popping off, you know? So
we don't know. We're not there yet.
Well, that's what his assumption is. And that's what I felt in the moment. I was like, look, she's going to know either way, for sure. And to me, at this point, I was like, there's something there between them. It's going to... And Egon's so fired up that he's really going to try it. Like, he's going to do what he's got to do. So he says, maybe I've been too relaxed. When you go, don't say anything to him. Just sit there and listen. Like, I don't want you to chat to him. Just like, ugh.
He's so annoying.
That is not appealing. That's controlling. Anyway, I mean, I know he's joking, but Sungmin says, I wonder...
Is he?
I don't know. So Sungmin says, I wonder who Hwan-woo is going to pick now. I think, you know, in Sungmin's mind, by the way, I think he thinks that she likes Sungmin more than I-Geon. So he's saying, like, oh, you're only going because he's picking you. I don't think he realizes it's mutual.
He is insecure about it.
No, he's insecure, but I think he's insecure because he thinks Egon's going to turn up the charm and she's going to like him. I don't think he realizes that she does have feelings for him. So he's like, don't say anything because then he's going to like you more and it's just going to like attract him more to you. But he doesn't realize she's already attracted to him. So
yeah.
So the hosts deliberate if Hwan-woo is going to be... So obviously it's coming to the paradise coupling. So again, they're considering, like, what is Hwan-woo going to do? Is he going to be considerate of other people's situations or go with his second choice? Like, is he going to break another relationship or something? Or so I said Minji, obviously, because I thought he had that attraction to her before, but I also thought possibly Mina-sue because she'd also shown an interest in him.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I thought Ye-jin. I thought that would be the best.
And that would have been even more of a hilarious twist for Mina-sue because she'd been pulled away from. But she would have deserved that karma as well because she showed interest in him. Yeah. So then she's like, oh no, why did I show him interest? And then she got pulled away from Sung-hun. So it would have been a good karma thing again.
Yeah.
But the hosts say like he is really truly devoted only to one girl, Go-eun. So the couples matching happens, and I-Geon chooses Go-eun, obviously. Seung-il says, I'm not surprised. I saw them get ice cream together. Okay, if that's the evidence.
Oh, God.
Okay, so then simpleton. So the girls will say bye, and Mina-sue says, you're so popular, she shouts. Because that's what she loves.
Yeah, because she's jealous. Because she's jealous, basically.
She's jealous, yeah. Like, why would you say that? Oh, you're so popular. Okay. Anyways, the hosts say, I think something big is going to happen between them, Go-eun and I-Geon, as they, like, couple up. So I-Geon says, maybe it was because my feelings had changed, but for some reason, leaving for the second time for Paradise felt different. The moment I stepped out of the room, I was, like, their quarters or whatever. Yeah. I was really nervous. So then they hold hands, and I-Geon says, my palms are really sweaty to her. And she says, are you nervous? And he says, must be. But I'm generally not the type to get nervous. But remember, like, going back, he was always trying to be. But don't you think, like, you know, right from the beginning, his whole thing was like, I'm showing I'm cool. The macho side of me. That's broken down slowly over time with Go-eun. Yeah. He really has, like, which is nice to see.
But you would be like that, wouldn't you? You're putting on a facade because you're not going to show your true character, like, to millions of people around the world. Like, you're going to put your best foot forward
kind of thing. Yeah. So Hyun-woo actually ends up forfeiting his trip, which I didn't know you could do as well. So if I knew that they could do this all these seasons of Singles Inferno, I thought people would have picked that option a few more times. The only reason, look, I also thought Hyun-woo maybe should have picked Ye-jin or someone like to experience it. It's out of niceness. But I think in his mind, he was trying to show Go-eun, like, it's you.
Yeah, but that's why I feel like Go-eun should have just said it, like, I'm not interested in you, and stopped having, like, three of them pine over her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it gives him a chance as well, and she did a disservice to him and to herself.
Yeah, I think so. You're right. So Sung-hun says, he just goes like, what the fuck? And then, yeah.
Why did he say what the fuck?
When they found out that he forfeited his trip.
Oh, yeah.
And then Hyun-woo says, I only had one option, Go-eun, and didn't want to go as friends with someone else, so that's why he picked her. So the girls all say they have a lot of respect for him, and the boys say the same thing. Hyun-jae obviously picks Joo-young, and Jae-jin was quite notably sad. Hyun-jae says they hold hands, and he takes Joo-young up the hill, and he says, oh, I'm really sorry about the rain. Like, why did it have to rain on our Paradise trip? I just think, like, he's really sweet. I really do.
He's the better option for her, but she's, like, pretty, like, stupid in her ways.
Yeah, I think so. Like, I obviously, I like
and he's more attractive. He's more attractive than Jae-jin as well.
I don't know.
Yeah, come on.
I don't know.
That little twig man.
No.
No.
It's about face.
And the face card ain't working. Yeah, the face card ain't as good as Hyun-jae's face card either, okay? Let's be so real. Let's be real. Like, what's her name?
Let's be real.
What's her name? Karen. Karen Huger.
Yeah. Let's be real. Okay. So,
let me be real. That's what she said, something like that.
It's the eyes with her. They're always like half closing and half opening constantly. Okay. So they're in the helicopter, and Ji-yeon tells Go-eun, so this was the moment, because Go-eun didn't know up until this point, but Joo-young leans over and tells Go-eun, by the way, Hyun-woo forfeited his choice. And she was like, oh, really? Like, because obviously she knew that he wanted to actually go with her. And Hyun-jae says, yeah, it's because of you. Like, he did it because of you. He wanted to go with you and couldn't. So I-Geon couldn't care less. He's, like, doing his own thing on the side. But I think he is probably quite tired as well.
Yeah. I would try and sleep on that little flight if I was him.
Yeah. And then Go-eun, after getting that information about Hyun-woo, she's sitting there, like, a little bit pensive, like, thinking. Go-eun says in her confessional, I was really surprised to hear this. It completely caught me off guard. It really got me. I'm so touched by it. But why is it so shocking, like, all these things? Like, you know he likes you. But obviously, again, like, don't act... You're right. She should just cut him loose.
Yeah.
So back in Inferno, one of the girls say, that was so admirable of Hyun-woo. And he says, no, not at all. I'm so bitter right now. Like, but he's just doing I feel like he's doing a sore loser mentality here. Where he's like, oh, I'm not going to get the girl. Like, forget it. Like, I'm trying to get some sympathy.
But who? Sorry,
Hyun-woo.
I just signed out.
Hyun-woo.
Yeah.
So
I think he's very like childlike. He's not.
He really is, because the way his dating style is like questionable, like very immature, and
yeah. And he's like, I don't think he's dated anyone.
Yeah, like there's no maturity there, and I do think he's like simple-minded, where he's just like, oh, okay, well she's not going to go with me, so I'm just gonna like throw in the towel. But he says he's like bitter about it. So I-Geon and Go-eun end up glancing at each other on the helicopter, and the hosts say her mind is elsewhere. But in that moment, I felt like that was like a real lock-in.
Yeah, that was like electric.
Yeah, I felt like a spark.
Yeah. Well, like we shouldn't be watching this kind of thing. Like it was private moment.
The host interpreted it as like her mind is elsewhere. Weird. And then Kyung-young, one of the hosts, says, I think I-Geon will be able to redirect her attention and draw her in. Like they think he'll be able to like work his magic.
Me too. I thought they had like so much like electricity between them from the very first date.
Yeah.
And from when they were talking, that little thing on the beach as well, when they were talking for the first time, when they knew someone, and they were like,
they had someone in common.
You could tell he was like getting uncomfortable and uneasy, and that's how you know that you like someone. You know what I mean?
So I'm thinking like he probably knew her from afar and liked her like for all this time.
Yeah, because he said
seen her in like pictures and things of other people.
Yeah, because he did admit that he's seen her. Yeah, so, like no one looks through people's.
And he was really nervous around her straight away.
Yeah, so that's
why those people that you've seen in like a mutual friend, but then you never actually meet them in person, and you're like, oh my god, they're here now. Oh my god, like that kind of feeling.
Yeah.
Okay, should we just pause it? So start another.
Yeah, so we are going to be back with part 2, but don't forget to like, share, comment, and part 3 of this episode, and like, share, comment, subscribe to the podcast, and also we need 5 stars, guys, and subscribe, because then you won't know like when we put other shows up, because we're not just doing Singles Inferno, we're doing like a bunch of other stuff as well, Korean stuff, reality TV, and scripted. So yeah, bye, see you in the next episode. Bye.